Hey everybody, good Sunday morning. Top of the morning to you. Eddie William Sellers coming to you from East Point, Georgia this morning. Sitting here in my little dining room. It's just going to be a beautiful day. It's spring here in Atlanta, and springtime just brings up all these feelings and emotions and sensitivities and seeing everything coming up out of the ground and life being renewed. And so anyhow, the morning post this morning on this Sunday, the Lord's Day, because being raised up in the South, Sundays was always known as the Lord's Day. But on this Sunday, the Lord's Day, March the 23rd, in the year of our Lord 2025, the post this morning is about the circle of life. The first time I took Savannah and Chance somewhere by myself to eat, Chance was 3 and Savannah was 4. I took them to the Waffle House over on Virginia Avenue for some breakfast. I told my daughter Heather later, I'll never do that again. They were awful. And I couldn't maintain them. By the time we left, I had a spoonful of grits that one of them had flipped on my forehead. Sitting there yesterday listening to them, it was like talking to two grown-ups. The two of them at this stage have no clue what they want to be when they grow up. The thing Chance does know is that he loves shoes. And he loves for them to be spotless. The latest pair he wants is $150. I told him in 2 years, when at 15 he can get a worker's permit, he can start working and save his money and buy all the shoes he wants. He is such a strange little boy about his shoes. And his shoes have to be spotless. He makes sure they stay clean. Savannah has her first crush on some little girl at school. And I am glad that Jill has raised her where she can talk openly about her feelings. At 13, I came from a different time. I had a crush on David Cassidy as a teen. He was on the Partridge Family show and was a teen idol and a rocker. But I would never have dared to tell anyone back then. It is strange, the circle of life. Spring is here. It is a reminder that all things have a season, including you and I. Do we even remember our teenage loves, how real they were, how insecure we were, how heartbroken we could be, how sex was kind of scary and intimidating and wonderful and terrifying all at the same time? We were all virgins at one time. Although boys hated to admit that we were, girls hated to admit that they wasn't or weren't. I miss the great white oak tree that was taken down over the winter that was out in my backyard. It leaves a big empty canopy over the backyard. I sat for 15 years under that majestic giant, but everything has a season. I miss my mama. She had her season. It's hard to think that mamas have seasons, isn't it? But they do. I miss a lot of my family. They all had their seasons. I miss Princess and Audrey and Henry, my pets. They had their seasons. I miss the 70s and the music of that time. It had its season. I miss my youthfulness, my young body, my stamina, my youth. It had its season. I sometimes miss the adventures of starting and growing a church. That was fun back then. It had its season. It was fun opening a location in downtown Atlanta and then another in Buckhead for the print shop back in the day. It was exciting. It had its season. Blueprint shops have their season. Every business has its season. Ava and I are in the midst of our season. Donald Trump has his season. Someday someone will drive by Constance's house over here in Jefferson Park, and it will be the place that I used to live. I am in the midst of my season at Constance's house. Good Sunday morning, everybody. Top of the morning to you. Come on, let's have a good day today. Life is best if we can take it all with just a grain of salt. We are only here for a very short season. Even if you lived to be 90, it will go by as a vapor of smoke. The more we fully understand that, the more meaning life will have for us. If we look at it the right way, it can be very freeing. We are in the circle of life. The picture over on my Facebook page, and some of you people can follow me over there on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, and now I'm on Blue Sky, but I'm also on Substack. Kind of starting to enjoy Substack. The picture over on my Facebook page is Saturday afternoon at a Mexican place in Hapeville, Hapevill, not to be confused with Hateville, which is what Washington, D.C. is full of right now, a bunch of hate. Just me and my 2 grandkids. I don't know if the circle of life ever gets any better than a pawpaw and his grandkids. Love y'all.